What is up, Two Brain World? It is me, Jay Cohen. I'm in Charleston at Locomotion Fitness, here to talk to you about how to be a badass gym owner. And today is gonna be a shorter one, but an important one. And really, it's more about zooming out. And I'm using this specific thing as an example to try and give you lessons that carry over to other topics. And that topic today is gym dogs and whether they're a good idea or a bad idea, and what to do about changing policy if you need to, and how to communicate that policy change. So first and foremost, on the gym dog front, I love dogs. I have two. I do bring one of my two dogs to the gym with me almost every day. Her bed is right over there, and she is amazing. She is super well trained. I say the word place and she sits on a box and she will not move off that box until I tell her to break, which is what I do with her during classes. Now, the problem with that is that if my dog is here, I have to allow other dogs to be here. So that can be gray territory, right? Because if you just say your dog has to be well behaved in order for them to come to the gym, what does well behaved mean? And who decides if that dog is well behaved? Just like if you have kids, you always think your kid is awesome. Well, a lot of times if you own a dog, that person always thinks their dog is awesome, and a lot of times their dog is a jerk, and it makes it difficult for everything else. So this is gonna be a very hard decision, but it's one that you really, really need to think about. The two-brain stance here is do not have gym dogs. And honestly, it probably is the better decision. It's a huge liability. If something goes wrong and somebody gets bit or a dog gets injured, or just the plethora of things that could go wrong are massive. And the upside is also massive, but probably not worth the risk. So why I haven't made this decision, I don't know, probably because it's an emotional one and I love my dogs and I want them to be here. I need to take a hard look at this though, and so do you, and that's the point of this video. Look, when I come to you guys, I don't have it all figured out. I don't know all the answers. I'm on the ground doing this stuff just like you are. And Two Brain tells me things that I should do, and just like I'm sure you look at a lot of my stuff and you're like, that dude's crazy, I don't want to do that. I have resistance to some things too, and this is definitely one of them. But again, the point being here isn't whether or not you choose to have dogs in your gym. Make sure, in that case, talk to lawyers, talk to your insurance company. You need to do your due diligence. The overarching thing that I want to convey to you today is, how do we make those evaluations? How do we decide on a policy and then affect that change? So in this case, pros and cons list, right? What are the good things about having dogs in the gym? And then what's gonna happen if something goes sideways? That's a pretty easy way to take a look and decide, is this worth it? Remember, whatever decision you make needs to be made with fairness and equity across the board. Cannot say you can have your dog, you can't have your dog. And so this goes for anything, right? Any policy. It's the same with discounts. The reason that we do not want you to have discounts at your gym is that it's not fair to the person to the right and to the left of the person that's receiving that discount. They're getting the exact same service and they're paying more money, and that's not okay. It's the same deal here. When you're thinking about these policies, you have to think big picture. You have to think about everyone. Now, as you're making these decisions, my encouragement to you is to use something called utilitarianism. At least that's what I use when I'm making big decisions like this. And utilitarianism is just something that is a theory, maybe is the right word, in ethics, that says, I want to do the greatest good for the greatest number of people. And that is how I'm going to make my decisions. So if I believe that more people are going to be helped by choosing dogs to be out of my gym, that is a decision that I need to make, even if it's going to piss off a minority of people that are dog lovers and are used to bringing their dog to the gym. As you are making these big decisions and thinking about the greatest good for the greatest number of people, really there's two sides of the coin here. On the first side is all of the risk that's associated with allowing this thing to keep happening, and all the risk that's associated with making the change, right? What is the backlash going to be if I decide to do this thing? And it's hard to find balance or to know what's going to happen in each of those things, but definitely evaluating the risks. Then on the other side of the coin, what's the reward? What's the happiness factor here? Not only if you choose to stay where you are, but then also if you choose to make a change. So in the example of a dog, we already talked about risks of not making a change. Somebody could get bit. A dog could be distracting during class. It could scare somebody that is a member or somebody that's coming in for an intro that doesn't like dogs. Now, on the risk side of making a change, I'm gonna piss off people that have brought their dog for tons of times and have not had any issues. People that don't bring their dogs but love seeing my dog Luna in the gym is like a celebrity, right? Everybody loves her to death. So we have to think about both of those. Then on the flip side of the coin, the rewards. Okay, if I let dogs stay in the gym, the people that are bringing their dogs are going to be very happy that they still get to come. The people that love dogs are going to get to pet them. I get to give out treats and be happy and rub bellies all day, right? All good things. The rewards of making the change are my liability decreases exponentially. I don't have to worry about a dog interrupting class. I don't have to worry about a dog peeing on the floor. I don't have to worry if somebody who comes into the gym that doesn't like dogs, that's a prospect to joining our business, gets turned off because there is a dog in the gym. So making sure, looking at risk and reward of making the decision and not making the decision. And then from there, you've made your call. It is now time to communicate if there is a change. And I'm gonna steal from Jeff Juka, who is one of the Two Brain mentors, who posted in our growth group. So this is for everybody that is in the growth phase of the Two Brain Business Mentorship Program. There is so much value in that group. It is insane, guys. Let me give a quick plug there. The amount of things, SOPs, templates, that is in that group is absolutely massive and insane. And Juka came in and gave us a rundown of a policy change that he needed to make and sort of broke down the structure of the email that went out, or the post, I'm not sure which it was, but that went out to his members. And it looks like this. First and foremost, describe the issue that you are having. Here, I'm gonna steal my notes to make sure that I do Jeff his due diligence. Number one is say thanks. Thanks for being here with me. I love you guys as part of the Loco fam, if it was my gym. Number two, say the problem. What is happening? Why is it an issue? Number three, tell people the solution that you came up with. Here is what we're going to do in this situation. Number four, affirm to them that you know that this is best for your business, because you better believe people think they know what is better for you and everyone that works for you and everybody that interacts with you. So we're just going to affirm, yes, this is actually the thing that is going to help us move forward. And then number five, leave them with some excitement. Tell them about something cool that's coming up. So basically, we've got this news, might be great for some of you, might be not so great for some of you, but look at this awesome party we have coming in a couple weeks. So that is just a great model. Thank you, Jeff, for putting that out for everyone. And it really is that simple. Now, if you're really, really concerned, make sure that you send that message at a time that you're gonna be able to keep up with the responses and that you're gonna be able to do a little bit of damage control if you need to do it, explaining yourself a little bit more, having specific conversations with specific people. All right, guys, that is my thoughts on gym dogs. But like I said, really, this is about thinking about big policy changes and how to make those changes and then stick to them over the long haul. Again, I am Jay Cohen. This is Two Brain Business. We are here to help you create something special in your community that changes people's lives. If you like this video, give it the thumbs up, hit that notifications bell, leave a comment for me so I know I'm not talking to Never Never Land, and I will see you guys next time.